Hi guys, I hope that everybody's doing well. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like there's something going on where either there's somebody in your environment that that you may be like creating some sort of boundaries with. It seems more like not allowing something to like permeate. This can always be a negative self-talk space, or it can be somebody outside of you that, like, even though it may be challenging at times to work with this person, to interact with this person, there may not be much that you can do as far as that. It seems like it's about adjusting to it and finding higher ground, even. It seems like there's so much tension and so much pressure, or so much this can even be like every time you get together with this person, you don't see it eye to eye, you keep fighting with them. It's something like that, something about being in an environment like that and then taking a break from it, pulling back. This can mean like taking space, taking a walk, something like that. As much as there's some sort of conflict with someone, there's also an emphasis on this being internal as well. Yeah. So now there's a choice to make. It seems like how you want to confront this, what you want to do about it. But you don't take action. I'm seeing this be important while you're in the midst of whatever this is, it does not feel like calm, it does not feel like peace. There's something going on where there's some sort of like turmoil, an argument, friction with another person. While you are in the midst of that, do not make a choice. Because if you do, you're going to be making a choice while you're ungrounded. And so you'll be making it from like a lower chakra place, which will mean that you're more in like fight or flight when you make that sort of choice. So, and you're more like using your worldly brain rather than your spiritual intellect, okay? So you want to take a break, you want to pull back from whatever this is, you want to create some sort of space. It looks like you're reconnecting with yourself. It looks like you are like meditating, grounding, whatever this is that's happening. I'm seeing you be within a safe area where you can kind of like calm down this energy, ground everything, and then it's going to allow you to make a decision that needs to be made. But yeah, don't do it while you're frazzled, or while you're in a heightened state, or while you're feeling like chaotic, stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're grounded when you do this, especially because the more grounded you are, the more you're going to be able to like really truly connect with what your intuition is telling you. It's going to allow you to hear that, and then you will be able to decide, speak out, whatever this is, make that decision. Seems like there's a lot that you've been thinking about as well. This does not have to be something going on with you and another person. This can mean you feeling like there's some sort of internal battle that you're fighting. Whatever situation this has been, I'm looking at Capricorn here, whatever situation this has been, there's something that you've been involved in that the devil represents. It represents addiction, it represents dependency, codependency, things that we feel like we need and then feel kind of trapped by that. The thing with the devil is as well is that it is never going to be something that will last forever. It's always something that may feel like good in a moment, like instant gratification wise. I will say this too, when it comes to what the devil symbolizes in tarot, it's this desire to reach the light, but going about it in a distorted way. So there is something that like you are yearning for, you are craving for, and something that you want balanced. However, whatever way that you had been going about doing this, and this can be like any sort of habit, a behavior, something that you were engaging in, a type of dynamic, anything that you recognize, hey, that's not healthy for me to be doing anymore, or for me to be involved in anymore, and I need to bring an end to this, because I recognize that I don't want to be in this state of chaos any longer. And so I'm seeing you make a decision. I'm hearing punctuation. For some of you, this is something you've been ended. I will say this too, like the devil can be anything that is not being moderated. So it can be like overeating, it can be undereating, it can be obsessing about something, obsessing about someone. But it's all stuff that is connected with a sense of worldliness. Now, I'm seeing there be this change here. With the Ace of Cups, before it's talking about you connecting with anybody else, it's about you connecting with you. It's about you connecting with spirit. It's about you connecting with love. It's about you connecting with your guides, feeling connected to yourself, feeling connected to what is around you. I'm seeing there be a very, very big shift, a very, very big focus here on self-care. Tuning into what your needs are and fulfilling them for yourself. Really showing up for you. Loving yourself, showing up for yourself. I'm seeing there be like more of a sense of like even self-assuredness that maybe you hadn't been feeling before. This thing too that you were doing could have even been giving you like a false sense of confidence, and then it's like when you would do it, you would feel that way, and then it would dissipate quickly. This can also be something going on where you could have been like keeping an eye on someone, comparing yourself. I'm seeing a focus on like wanting control here with the devil. Something that needed to come to an end. Like this can also be micromanaging. Not that it's going to be happening any longer. So I'm seeing you figure out like what you need to do for yourself. It's like in order to feel the self-love that you want to feel, boosting your self-esteem, self-efficacy, like feeling properly in balance with yourself, feeling just like connected with yourself in a way where there's like love, acceptance, all of that stuff. It seems like you are picking up more and more information, learning more and more, observing more and more about what it is that you're meant to be doing, how it is that you're meant to be taking action, and how to do this in the right way. It's like in order to get to the destination, you could have been trying to get there, but going about it in a way that would not actually get you there. even though you may have been like told or taught otherwise. Because the devil also has to do with illusion as well. Delusion, too. It's just like the Maya in general. So what this looks like to me is you breaking out in a way where, rather than going off of maybe what you're picking up on, like what you're seeing outside of yourself, this is about going within and being like, what do I need? How do I connect with myself? I know that my relationship with myself is unique, and it may not look like anybody else's relationship with myself, and the only person that can answer the question of what I need is me, and how to do that and how to fulfill that for myself. So there's a focus here on you showing up for yourself, on you feeling more connected and feeling better about the way that things are going because of how you're doing this. Feeling like there's a sense of confidence that you're gaining through this experience, and also like learning more and more about yourself, and learning more and more about what allows you to feel more and more confident too. What allows you to feel like you are exactly where you're meant to be, and how to continue increasing that, and how to do this in the right way, in a way where you're actually going to get where you're trying to go. You are going to accomplish what you are aspiring towards. I will say this too about the devil. The devil is something that will preoccupy you. However, it is not something that you can take with you into the other planes. So this is something where, like, when you leave your body, when you have graduated from like this cycle of earth school, it is not anything that you can take with you, and that's why it's a distraction, because it is not something that is going to be lasting. It is just something that is going to like really deter you from what your mission is while you're here. Because when we put all of our eggs in one basket and focus solely on what is ephemeral, then we leave and we have nothing to take with us. If we focus on the journey within and building from within, it is what we can carry with us as we graduate. When we build ourselves from the outside in, meaning based off of like what other people are telling us we should be, and those expectations that our parents put on us, and this and that and all of these things, it's like, what are you going to do with all of that when like you leave your body here, you know? What is that going to mean to you? Is it going to mean anything at all? It's something that you'll just shed, you know? So how do we focus on building the things that we can actually take with us that are going to be useful? Like the point of our whole mission. I'm hearing, so what is this that we're working on now? Whatever you had been unclear on before, I'm not seeing that be the case any longer. Something just like had not been clicking or had not been making sense, and now I'm seeing it be a completely different story. But there could have been some sort of like feeling unsure about the changes that you were being moved through, or even like encouraged through. Like I'm kind of seeing your guides ushering you through some sort of process. I'm also seeing like a kid in a candy shop, and I'm seeing your guides kind of like trying to pull you through to not get distracted by the stuff on the walls. It's like they're trying to get you out of there and somewhere else. But you see how this person, like I'm seeing somebody in a store, and it's like they're looking at all of the stuff that's on the walls, and like feeling very distracted by this. And this is a card of confusion. It's a card of just like having so many options and stuff that we don't know which way to go. And just in general, like feeling congested spiritually, emotionally, energetically. But then I'm seeing like the Death card come through and the Wheel of Fortune, and it's like that gets wiped out completely. So I'm seeing you like hop over. I'm hearing hop over the bend. It looks like there's some sort of cycle that you complete that washes the confusion away for you. Whatever you had been unsure about. Because the Seven of Cups can also be a sense of fogginess as well. Focusing on the wrong things. Yeah, this seems like even catching yourself and recognizing, hey, every time I do this, I feel like it sabotages my progress, or I feel like I'm walking backwards. So how do we stop doing that? There may be something that it feels hard to end, but I'm seeing you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to keep doing this, because I'm just seeing a cycle that's been repeating, and it feels like the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm looking at Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, Jupiter, Pluto. So I will say this too. When it comes to your relationship with yourself, there can be something that you're working out. Also, when it comes to even how you feel you're meant to be using your gifts within this lifetime, what you're meant to be focusing on, what you're meant to be doing with them, how to use them, what to be following. It feels like it's connected with soul mission, soul path, things like that. The more out of touch you are with yourself, the more confused it's going to be feeling for you about like what your purpose is, what your dharmic path is. What I'm seeing is that there could have been something going on there. It looks like this is still going on when it comes to what you even feel like your purpose is, like how you're meant to be connecting with other people, what you're meant to be doing. I'm seeing there be you pulling yourself out of whatever fogginess this is and going into a space where there's a focus on meditation, reflecting, self-care. And I'm seeing this allows something to develop because there's a choice that hadn't been being made. And this feels like even a path. For some of you, it has to do with career path. Something about the path, something about a connection, about like where to go next that hadn't been decided upon. And the guides are saying if you are in a state of confusion, you're not going to feel any better about the choice that you're making. You have to go into a state like this where you are connecting with your inner truth. It's like I'm seeing this be synonymous with the Hermit card here. You have to check out of all the other intel and advice that you're getting from other people. You want to connect with self and really turn the volume up and listen to what's going on there. Listen to what you need. Listen to what feels right with you. Like what is in flow with you and what is not in flow with you. And I'm seeing this allows you to like shift and change in the way that's necessary. And now you feel confident about a choice that you're going to be making. And it's one that you haven't been making because you've just been in a spot where it's like, it's not getting any clearer for me. But there was a need to quiet things down. So I'm seeing that be very, very integral to this part of the process. So now I'm seeing you be at a point where you're like, I know where I'm going and I also know where I'm not going. So you make a choice, you feel confident about this direction. You could have also been in a space where you felt focused on what other people were going to think of you, of this decision you were making. Feeling like other people are going to be like talking behind your back, stuff like that. Definitely seeing it's like such a preoccupation with other people, other people's opinions when it comes to what you're doing with your life. Decisions that you're making within your life. and getting to a point where you're like, why am I prioritizing this within my life rather than myself? Why am I prioritizing things that don't matter when it's just delaying me, like, following my path? And I feel like I'm on pause. I feel like I'm stagnant because I've been putting so much focus outside of myself that I haven't been focusing on me and what's going on within my person and within my life. And this can mean too, like, being around anything that gets you absorbed in stuff that doesn't matter. Stuff that is actually fleeting. So now I'm seeing there be a shift of focus. I'm also hearing concentration. I'm seeing you end whatever this is. I'm seeing you take matters into your own hands and be like, this has been delaying my progress. I'm not going to be giving my energy to this anymore. And this can be anything. It's like gossiping, worrying about other people, anything that is distracting you within the 3D that you feel sucked into. Social media, whatever it is for you. And I'm seeing you be like, taking matters into my own hands here. I need to look at this more deeply, and I'm going to bring to an end to what needs an end brought to it. And that's where the Justice card comes through, which means this is a rebalancing of karma. This is a clearing out that's happening. Don't get caught up thinking about, like, time that is wasted or, like, I should have caught this sooner or whatever. You are right on time. You are right where you're supposed to be. And you will not miss anything that is right for you. So remember that too. If there are any goals that you are meant to be going after, if you want to achieve something, you are going to achieve it. Don't feel like it's too late. Because I'm seeing there be things that you have in mind, and you may be like, well, if I didn't waste so much time over there, like, I would have had this already, or like it would be possible for me now, and now I don't feel like that. Don't get caught up in that space, because that is a self-imposed space, and it's something that you want to be mindful of too. Where are you truncating yourself? Where are you limiting yourself? And how do you transmute that and speak to yourself through a voice of empowerment and encouragement? These goals that you have are significant, and it is going to take, for some of them, it is going to take time. Be patient. Not all of this is going to happen overnight. Work with people that are encouraging, work with people that are supportive, work with people that are empowering to you. If you have anybody that you're interacting with, or anything, because this can be stuff that you read, it can be like media that you ingest, TV that you consume, conversations, all of that stuff, people in real life that you're working with, people, however, that you're working with, make sure that whatever it is that you are interacting with energetically, it feels empowering, it supports you, it encourages you to be able to be independent, to get things done, it inspires you. Be mindful if you are connecting with something that inspires fear, paranoia, you feeling like, oh, I have to get it done right now or else, like, the opportunity is gonna pass me by. Anything that is instilling that, you want to be mindful of that too, because that's manipulation. And it's something that's out of alignment. Any sort of fear tactic, anything like that. You're going to miss out on this if you don't act now. Stuff like that, okay? I'm hearing it's not too late, it's never too late. I'm pretty sure that those are lyrics to something. But the sentiment still sticks. I'm even seeing this space where you had been, like, focused on all of the past stuff that there's not anything to do about anymore. I'm hearing failed opportunities. Like, that may have been the mindset that you were in. I'm seeing that be a passing thought now. Because I'm seeing you be in a space where there's something that you're working with. There's even someone, maybe even multiple people that you're working with that are helping you ride this wave right now. And most of all, you helping yourself. Because if you weren't open to it, it wouldn't be happening. Yeah, there's something here about a fear of getting hurt. Is there more to this? I'm seeing there be something new that you're working on, but it takes you, whatever this was that had happened in the past, where you were hurt within an experience, this is now allowing you to move on from that. And I mean, it can be feeling hurt, it can be pain, it can be fear, anything that would block the heart chakra or cause resistance to you not being like open and ready to take a chance, stuff like that. Anything that doesn't have you feeling trusting, like all of those things. Okay, I see. I see what had happened. So we are looking at Cancer and Aries here. There's something that you wanted to start, but there's a sense of like holding yourself back from doing this. Maybe because, like, for some of you, I'm even seeing somebody that looks like older or more mature doing something that maybe they don't have a lot of experience with, and maybe even feeling like there are like younger people doing it or a younger generation, something about age. That may be a specific message, but I'm seeing that be pointed out with the Emperor and the Fool here. So whatever this was that had you so focused on the past that there was like a lack of being within the present and going towards what you want, I'm seeing that be a thing of the past now. So it's like, whatever this was, that was just an obstacle, a mental, energetic, emotional obstacle. And now you are out on the other side of it. I'm seeing you go towards something that you want here. This is something that speaks to you, something that calls to you, something that feels inspiring to you. I'm seeing this be connected with a big goal of yours. It looks like there's going to be, I saw 2828 on the time when I looked up. If you look up the angel number of that, it will give you more insight as to what this is about. This looks like reaching a very, very big goal that's connected with something that you feel inspired by. It is something where you will feel like this is worth it to you to be investing in, to be going in the direction of, because it's something that you feel passionately about, and it's something that connects you with your bigger goals. And so this is something that, like, when you reach it, you will feel a sense of accomplishment. The only thing that is going to hold you back from going towards this opportunity is you limiting yourself, a negative self-talk space, or fear of like criticism, judgment, stuff like that. Otherwise, this is all yours. What it looks like to me as well is that when you went to do something before, there may have been some sort of experience that marked you and had you feeling like, hey, I'm not disciplined enough to do this, or like other people know better. So this is about gaining back your sense of inner authority. Working with yourself, working with your masculine energy, working with your Mars energy. And I'm seeing whatever this was that had been holding you back before, which was based off of past experiences, I'm seeing you clearing that out and now taking a leap of faith. So jumping towards whatever this is that you want to move towards. And this looks like a clean slate. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.